He's probably thinking like, what the hell? Why is this vegetable so hot?
Welcome to Cantha.
Oh. There we go. We're here. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Croissant.
Yeah. I just noticed Jade's face in the corner right there, yeah. Well, too bad I'm not changing it because I worked very hard to get this camera angle right. If I move it anywhere else, then it clips through the noodle stand. That's a pretty Sylvari. Thank you. I spent like hours, maybe not hours. I spent like a good long time.
So much hype.
So much hype. Guys, I can't wait to play End of Dragons. I'm so excited. Yay. Zeno, thank you for the tier 1 resub. Appreciate it. What was I saying? Oh, right. I spent a long time carefully crafting this waifu. I'm very proud of my creation. I don't know if I should... Yeah, I should probably not phrase it that way, because that makes me psychotic. It makes me sound psychotic, doesn't it? Yo, Pudge! Welcome back. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, thank you.
1098654321 blah.
Is that an experiment? Anyway, Grab, thank you for the resub as well.
Wow. 69, 69, 69, 69, 69.
I'm gonna read the mail. Read the mail and then we'll start the expansion. What profession will you play? End of Dragons. Some of you are gonna be pretty mad about this, but I'm going Staff Catalyst. That's right. And there's nothing any of you can say that will change my mind. Yvain Stardust. VB. I have received word from the Webster and Oxford English dictionaries that VBing is now officially a verb. Congrats. To help you celebrate, there is a cake. My Sylvari would be very excited to eat this. Thank you. Also, that's not true. Hedons? Hello, Vanillabean. Congratulations on making it to End of Dragons. Glad you have been enjoying the story content and posting your reactions onto YouTube. I've been watching your content for a long time and enjoying it since your first Guild Wars 2 video. Oh, first time sending mail though. This may be a loaded question, and take your time answering, but what is your favorite map or maps in... Oh. That is a loaded question. I feel like I'll be able to properly respond to this when I get around to... It is your boy Kong Ming! Sorry, I got excited. I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, it's a loaded question. One day I'm gonna do a map tier list. I want to do a tier list. I want to set one up myself because I'm not satisfied with what's available on the website for the tier list website. But I want to talk a good long hour or so about the maps in the game using that. But if I were to quickfire answer your question, core map, maybe Bloodtide Coast. Season 2, probably the one with the jumping puzzle, the long jumping puzzle. Silver Wastes, I think. Heart of Thorns, Verdant Brink. Season 3. Season 3. Probably Lake Dork. Path of Fire. Path of Fire. Ooh, that one's a tough one. You know what? Vabi. Yeah, Vabi is probably my favorite because of the... I love Lumo? Let's see. Season 4. Season 4? Maybe the Domain of Iston? I don't know. IBS? Grothmar Valley. No question. Like, there's not even a competition. Grothmar Valley. Yeah. I didn't put much thought into that, but some of my answers could be different if I put a lot more thought. Oh, Sandswept Isles is really good. See, that's what I mean. Like, I might change my answer to Sandswept Isles. I need to think about, this a lot more to give you a proper answer. Thank you for the 4 gold and 20 silver. Appreciate it. A gift from the Black Lion Trading Company. Getting you ready for End of Dragons, BB. Hugs and kisses, Mama Pudge. Thank you, Mama Pudge. What is this? Fluttering Fairy Jade Bot skin. Oh. I don't know if I've ever gotten a Jade Bot skin. Oh. Will this be fine on my current character? See, I was thinking of waiting for the Fireball skin so I can put that on my Sylvari Catalyst, because she's got flaming wings, she's got, a fiery look to her. She uses a lot of fire magic, so I'm thinking of getting the Fireball skin. This is really nice, though. This is really, really damn nice. Yeah, I'll use it. At least until I get the Fireball. Thank you, Mama Pudge. Can I consume it? There we go. I ate the fairy. It's in my tummy. Elsie Morgans. No subject. Hi, VB. I've been a lurker for around half a year now, and just wanted to thank you for your great content. I love your reactions and inside jokes, and you've brightened so many of my days. Oh, thank you. I always have such a blast watching your vids. Rarely catch streams as I live in EU. Today, I decided to finally thank you for your amazing content. I wish I could give you more, but I'm even newer to the game than you. Really? Never stop outrunning centaurs. I never could, because I only have 2 legs, and they have 4. Million thanks from Cat. And 69 Vanillabeans. Thank you. Appreciate it, and I'm really happy to hear that you're enjoying, my videos. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Sanguine. End of Dragons hype. Are you ready for the Flying Noodle Stand Mastery in Cantha and Codens? Cantha and Codens? We're done with Codens. Icebrood Saga's over. I don't gotta worry about Cantha and Codens. You're lying. Thank you for the 4 gold and 20 silver and 69 copper. Persia in the bush. I'm watching you. Open the thing I sent you last stream. Oh! I don't have it on my person.
I could outrun a centaur.
What I can do is stop by the bank and just grab one of them. Because I have like 250 of those. I'll grab one and I'll open one and see what, comes up. Oh, there you are. Okay. Persia's here. Alrighty. Let me do that, because I do feel bad about Persia's mail last time. I misunderstood what they were talking about. Persia wants to play a game. Like, like the Saw movies. Except I'm not in danger. I hope I'm not in danger. Alright, I will open one of these. There you go. I got a Cleric's Iron Dagger of Battle. It's a rare item. Send him 1 gold now. I lost.
Pilots, I say. Less
Send him
pilots.
2 gold. You know what? Fine. I will send them 2 gold. It's okay. I have like 1,200. End of Dragons.
And you shall find.
Begin. Oh.
Research log 428. Latest results still inconclusive. Elder dragons awaken, consume magic, and leave nothing but annihilation in their wake. This is the way it's always been. The dragon cycle. Unimaginable suffering through the ages. Countless lives shattered. And instead of uniting, some capitalized on chaos.
Joko. Scarlet. It's not research log 420. It's research log 69.
Some of us fought back. heroes across Tyria banded together.
Man, this game would have been very different if Logan had not catched Ritlock's hand.
Tomorrow.
Very, very different. We probably wouldn't have
Not
had
everyone
Path
made
of
it.
Fire. So it's Logan's fault that Path of Fire happened, not Ritlock's.
Then
Nope.
came hope from an unexpected place. Aurene, who we raised from an egg.
My baby.
With the prismatic dragon on our side, we have a chance. A chance to finally break the dragon cycle. We've slain 5 elder dragons. But what's the right path forward? Every elder dragon death has made the whole system more unstable.
Yeah.
There have been many theories. We tried to keep balance by replacing them, but that turned out to be impossible. We're running out of time for answers. I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
One remaining elder dragon is out there somewhere. I don't know what awaits us.
Steve is awaiting us.
Champion,
Oh.
I need to speak with you. Something's happening, and I'd like to discuss it. In person. Also, if I'm honest, I wouldn't mind seeing your face. Again. In person. Don't let that go to your head.
Wow, well, I've already heard that cutscene and that dialogue before because it played at the end of Icebrood Saga. To answer your question, yeah, the 117 in my name is a reference to John Halo. I used to be a very, very, very big Halo fan up until Halo 4 or Halo 5. Yeah. Your Sylvari is pretty cool looking. Thank you. I worked really hard on this look. A letter from Kaith. Commander, I know you've been very busy, what with the Char insurrections and killing of Elder Dragons, but I think you might want to pay a visit to the Eye of the North. Something seems to be bothering Aurene. It has been too long. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. My wife and my child need me.
Champion, it's wonderful to see you. Even with Jormak and Primordius gone, I noticed Tyria is still standing. Seems the Exalted were a bit off in their predictions. Disaster hasn't struck. Yet.
The world does feel different, though. Can't put my finger on it. Like, change is coming. Real change.
I feel it too, Champion. That's
Mom.
why I wanted to see you. I've begun to perceive something. A distant presence. An ancient presence. It's a ripple in the mists. Like a dolphin in the deep, sounding to sense what's out there, and I want to respond. But before I do,
Throw
I
them a
check my
fish.
visions. All my possible futures converge to one point. Today.
And you can't see past it.
And I can't see past it.
Are you sure? Does it mean you die?
I'm not sure of anything, except my
She's
urge
died
to
before,
respond.
and she
To
came
say,
back. She got
"Yes,
better."
I'm here.
You're not scared?
I'm intrigued. I'm intensely curious. And even if I die, we know I won't stay dead.
True, she's got
We
the Joko
think.
juice.
Whatever it is, I can handle it. I just wanted to tell you, before it all begins.
How does it begin?
I'm not sure, but I know it involves Timey and Gorrik.
Then I'll talk to them.
What the hell? Timey and Gorrik. Okay, alright. Optional. Catch up with the rest of Dragon's Watch. Oh? Something on your mind, champion? We have a lot to catch up on.
I've been thinking about these past months. Primordius and Jormak, Bangar and Ryland. I made a conscious choice not to involve myself. As a nascent elder dragon, I was wary of my own power. But lately I've wondered, was that the right choice?
Wait a minute! What happened to Bangar? I didn't even think about Bangar! He got banged. I don't know about that. She ate him? About your visions.
Right. Remember my visions of our battle with Kralkatorrik?
And they all ended the same, with your death. And you couldn't see past it.
Just like Glint. But, of course, that was before I
Ate an unkillable Lich King?
discovered I can self-resurrect. Glint couldn't. Kralkatorrik couldn't. Once again, my
You outplayed
visions
them.
converge. Except I don't see my death in any of them. They just stop. Does that mean anything? Change anything? Is this time different? I don't know. But I can't wait to find out.
She's so angsty. Where's Bangar? After completing Champion's End, he's been taken to a field hospital. When Jormag died, he collapsed in his cell. Thankfully, we got to him in time. According to the medics, the release of dragon corruption was grisly. Oh. Alright, so he's probably in a coma until ArenaNet, has a use for him in the story again. So basically, he's getting the Zojja treatment. Casimir and Marjorie. Oh, wait, she changed her hair again. Okay. All right. Damn, she has a new hairstyle every season, every expansion. Commander, good to see you. Great to see you too.
Detective Delacroix and Lady Mead. Or is it Ambassador Mead now?
No title yet. I managed not to screw up the Icebrood war. Queen gave me a little more rope is all.
You helped bring humans and Char together. Got the code and invested in the fight, and Jenna knows it.
Maybe. Nice to think so.
They're not fighting now. I thought they had like a little, an upset or something. Let's catch up.
We haven't had much time to really talk since Bangar's convocation.
Oh my gods. The Metal Legion concert.
Then things
That was
got
great.
busy.
Things have always been busy. Ever since we were tracking Kralkatorrik.
Yeah.
Trying to clean up his mess. Towns destroyed. Refugee camps. Close my eyes, I can see the faces. It was a lot.
Coming on the heels of Cormyr and the other gods leaving us all to fend for ourselves.
We see how well that's gone.
Things have been hard.
You're not being fair to
I
me.
was shiny and shallow. A sunbeam.
My sunbeam.
Aw.
You ran when you needed me most.
And I forgave you. A long time ago. You have to forgive yourself.
Working on it.
Wait, so that was the thing that was eating her up because she still blames herself? I thought that was all done and forgiven. Yeah, at the end of Path of Fire. What? Fluffy, thank you for the gift sub. Can I talk to Marjorie? No. They're one and the same, Marjorie and Casimir. What's their couple name? Everybody has a couple name. Like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Casjory. Marmir? That sounds weird. I like Casjory. Casjory. Yeah, there you go. Casjory. Ah, Commander. Wait, should I use my voice changer?
Ah, Commander. I was just about to head out, so...
Well, Ridlock, how are you holding up after Ryland?
I've had some time to sit with everything. Spent some time with Kree.
You never really got to know your son. Not the way you wanted.
No. But I think that's the point. Bangar was right. Char don't have sons. Kree knew that. Kept her objective. What I wanted, I was never gonna get from Ryland. It wasn't about him, it was about me. what I need. I couldn't see past the hole I was trying to fill. The more I pushed, the more he pulled away. I made it all worse.
Ryland was a grown Char. He made his choices.
I know. And I did what had to be done.
The worst choices.
Now, his fight is over. Me? I don't know.
There's time. You'll figure it out.
Working on it.
Writ-locked? Writ-lock is not a verb. Tell me about Krisha. How is she doing?
Things are still tense, but she's good. Great, under the circumstances. Hands full with paperwork. Keeps her busy. Thinks a couple of the Imperators are already vying for Connor. Hope it doesn't get ugly. We've been through a lot. Of course, I'm biased, but if you ask me, they already got a pretty good candidate.
For what it's worth, I think you're right. Might be time for all of us to put away old divisions.
Listen to us. Couple old soldiers going soft.
We fight because we have to, not because we want to. That was Bangar's mistake.
Speak for yourself. I want to fight.
That's the list. But yeah, might be time. I think I'm ready to plant my tail in one place for a while. And just process.
Becoming Connor means that your legion has to be the dominant one, right? I don't quite, fully understand Char politics. I don't know if it's a democracy or if it's something else. Human society rubbed off on Writlock. Seems like it. Omicron society has definitely rubbed off of Rocks. Conor McGregor? What? Oh, boo! So it's all good.
Commander.
Keith.
Oh, you're back. That's,
You have a computer?
Good, that's great.
Over here?
Is she... something to do with Gorrik?
Yeah, okay, so Gorrik and I have been up here doing research, looking for a way to end the dragon cycle. Cause like, who needs that noise?
That better
every
be all
10,000
what you're
years,
doing.
am I right? So many dead people.
You two have
the
a
cleanup
curfew.
Is insane.
You were talking about Gorrik.
Right. Gorrik got a message from an old colleague.
Ah.
An old Inquest colleague. Ankka. Ankka. He's mentioned her a couple times.
Oh
I've never
no,
met her.
is she jealous?
Says she was tracking Jormag and Primordus.
Ah.
She has some data. Would he like to see it? She'll trade it to us.
For what?
Doesn't specify for what. Red flag. Come meet her at Lorner's Pass alone. Second red flag.
So, Ankka offers him something she knows he'd want without asking for something in return?
Yes.
Why would she do that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh. She likes him.
Exactly.
Oh.
Why do you
How do you
care?
feel about
I don't
this?
know.
But you don't trust her.
Why should I?
Why indeed?
I'm sorry. Are you
Timmy doesn't understand
worried for
romance.
Gorrik's safety?
Yes. I'm worried for Gorik's safety.
You want me to go find him at the pass? Bring him back?
Alchemy! Would you? Please? Thank you, Commander.
Oh my god. Timmy's never had a crush before. How old is Timmy at this point? She's like, what, 19, 20 or something? Yeah. I feel like she's an adult now. Mid-20s, possibly. I thought she did for Blish. I thought so too. But Blish is dead. Everybody's over it. That happened years ago. It's time to move on. There's only ever been one Connor, the one who first united the legions. After he died, his descendants, the Imperators of the Four Legions, were never able to decide on one person to rule them all. Oh. Well, make that Krisha. I believe in Krisha. It used to be Smoder, but Smoder's gone, well, he's gone. Period. Let me talk to Keith. I like how Keith and my character said at the same time. Further fueling my headcanon that we're basically a couple.
You came.
You asked.
I like that you trusted me.
Why wouldn't I?
I haven't always earned it. Being back at the Grove was different this time. I know we Sylvari tend to come off as sophisticates of the highest order.
Oh, indeed.
But the truth is, even we Firstborn have only been around for 30-odd years. Our culture is immature, emotionally.
Maybe.
Knowledge we have, but knowledge and wisdom are different things. I think back to when I was with Fowlin. I don't recognize that person. I had no idea.
I can
who
treat you
I
better than
was,
Fowlin.
But Aurene changed everything. I'm a parent. Of a sort, anyway.
Same.
Being back among them, I realized I don't belong there anymore. My world, my perspective have
Broadened.
I knew you would understand.
Still prefer green Caith. But it is what it is. Alright. Timey. Wait, I said Timey. Thank you, Commander. It's good to see you again.
Gang's back together, huh? I mean, not the whole gang, obviously. Ritlock, Kaz and Jory.
Timing.
Ram's at the lodge. Logan's back in Krata. Kanaka's with Saida. Zafiro with the Zaishin.
Timing.
Garm
Wait,
is
Kanaka's with
Ram.
Saida? What do you mean by that?
Half are dead. I don't know where the heck Zoja is.
Timey. I'll get Gorrik. It's going to be okay.
Nobody knows
I know.
where Zoja is. Well, like, I'm still amazed that she got a computer down over here. Auntie Timey needs to look after Aurene, but she needs to bring her work, home. How is the research going?
Not bad, considering it's mostly speculation.
She
There's
turned
so much
around.
we don't know, or don't know we don't know.
You have Aurene.
And she's been super helpful, but she's only one elder dragon, and not exactly typical of the species. We have so many questions. How did she ascend? Where did the others come from? Are there any more out there?
The Priory thought there was at least one more. The Water Dragon.
The water
Draconology is an evolving field of study.
Makes sense. The logo
Hypotheses
has a
must
water
be supported
dragon.
by evidence. They live their lives on a time scale we can barely comprehend. Some days I wonder if they're knowable at all.
But, like you said, we have Aurene.
And she makes all the difference.
This lab was built when the Return to achievements were given to us. Okay. Timey's a genius, can build a computer where she wants to build a computer. So basically, she's like MacGyver. How have you been feeling?
Ups and downs. Could do with fewer of the downs. Some days I wake up feeling like it's gonna take 9 bolts to the brain pan to get me out of bed, you know? But most days are fine. And we don't need to talk about the other days.
Have you been getting any rest?
Not enough.
That's not true. Okay, yes, that's true. I'm just getting so close to figuring out where all that magic went.
Maybe it went down the toilet.
Excuse, though. More rest, fewer
The mystic
symptoms.
toilet.
Fewer symptoms, happier Timey.
That's it. Gorrik will be okay. Promise. I'll bring your boyfriend back. Don't forget to talk to Aurene. I believe I already talked to Aurene. Wait, no, there's a new lore conversation. Oh. I guess I talked to her again. Okay, for sure. I will go ahead and do that. I talked to Timey.
Gorrik left to meet up with an old Inquest colleague, who Timey doesn't know, doesn't trust, for reasons unclear.
They've worked closely for a while now, and they share a bond of loss. Years since they lost Blesh. But grief heals eventually, especially when you grieve together.
None of it seems to have anything to do with you, though.
I grieved for
No.
1 day.
And I still can't see past today. It's exhilarating, not knowing what's coming.
Maybe for you. Okay, I'm off to Lorna's Pass to save Gorik's virtue.
And his virginity. Anyway, alright. Head to Lornar's Pass. Oh, thank you. Stone Scatter Waypoint. Is Blish dead, though? Or is he just in eternal and dark pain? I would say he's pretty much dead. There's no way that he could have survived that. I think it'd be awfully cruel to leave him there. That's a fate worse than death, being trapped forever in the mists like that. Yo, Maddox, thank you for the Prime resub. Hello, hello. How's it going? Noodles, might be a while before your next meal. I've had enough noodles. I had plenty of noodles earlier in the stream. Thank you, though. Hey, there's Gorrik. Gorrik!
Gorrik, wait up.
Commander? What are you doing here?
Here to pick you up.
Could use the company.
Seems implausible.
Don't overthink it.
So, tell me about this old friend you're meeting.
Yeah, Gork, we want to hear all about Ankka.
Spare no detail.
No.
Ankka? She's an old colleague from my time at Thaumanova. We had a highly productive collaboration. I mean, I may have occasionally experienced mild heart arrhythmia when we were working together. But as Blish always said, don't masticate where you hibernate.
Whoa!
Or something. I'm paraphrasing. Anyway, I lost touch with her years ago, after she left the inquest. We haven't spoken since.
You know, Gorrik, passion
Paraphrasing.
can mature in absence. Like an exquisite wine.
No, nothing like that. Just two ex-colleagues sharing research on a problem. And Commander, we do have a problem. Tiny and I have been working on a hypothesis about elder dragons and magic, but with most gone, data is hard to come by. We're on Terra Incognita. Ankka is offering, and
I'm still on about that thing that he said about masticating.
Gorrik? Over here!
That's Ankka.
It's been so long. Let me take a look at you. You haven't changed a bit.
Nor you. Ankka, allow me to introduce...
Oh, I know. It's an honor, Commander. Any friend of Gorik's is a friend of mine.
Quite the charmer.
Pleased to meet you.
Feels like only yesterday we were side by side.
She's Inquest, though,
interns
right?
Working to push the boundaries of science.
Those were the days.
Can we trust her?
I meant to reach out after what happened. I did. But there was this plague, beetles incubating in people's faces.
It was a long time ago. A lot's happened since then.
I'm happy to see
thank you,
you're well,
Gorrik,
and eager
for
to see
reminding
this
me
new
about
data
that.
of yours.
Oh, that's... Yeah... I made that up.
She what?
Made it up? But you said you don't have a passion for elder dragons?
More of a professional interest. One in particular. I think you know her.
Wait a second.
You do want something.
Wait, what?
Afraid I do.
Should I leave you two alone?
Aetherblades.
Wait, what?
Bye, Commander.
Hey!
Oh, I just realized she's the Asura from the trailer!
Inquest Natch! I knew she couldn't be trusted!
I'm an idiot! Why? Oh my god. Getting used to my rotation, by the way, so I might be a little slow. Okay, alright. Aurene!
Young champion.
We'll catch Aurene. Hold him. We need a plan.
There's no time! They took Gorrik!
You can come with me, or I can go alone.
So now you want to be involved?
I'm not staying out of the fight this time.
Finally!
Scion and champion.
Scion and champion.
Aurene's like, champion. ArenaNet has finally given me more animations. I can be involved now.
I'll scout ahead and try to find him.
Aetherblades. Never thought I'd see those sky clans again.
They're not clowns, they're killers! Remember Lion's
They're
Arch?
pirates.
They worked for Starlight for the love of... Oh, God!
Yeah.
They've certainly been busy. Where did they get all these airships?
Holy crap. Nah. I mean, it's for science. Oh, okay, alright. Well, I mean, has to be expected.
First mate Ankka has secured the target. This wasn't supposed to be a kidnapping. Behind you.
Woo!
The commander? Oh, I'm gonna enjoy kicking your ass.
Yes, that's the first time I've heard that word in this game. Not in my Christian video game.
An ancient mountain.
Aetherblades are insidious, but for pirates, they're weirdly into data entry. Check the terminal for a map, a flight plan.
Okay, alright. This is cool. This is just nothing but AoE abilities, my staff. But it's fun. I'm digging it. Ass was said in Icebrood Saga? Really? Might have forgotten about it. Krisha said it. Ah, I'm downloading the data. Putting in my USB drive.
Charts. They don't make any sense. Why would the Aetherblades go to...
I have to get off
Go to
this
where,
thing.
Timey?
I'm reading a lot of wind shear.
Where are we going?
You can't use your glider.
Are we going to Walmart? Or McDonald's?
You don't have a choice. You're gonna have to jump.
Wait, jump where? Where's what? Get out of there? Okay. I jump. Don't run away from me. Oh. Kiss my hairy. Oh yeah, I remember now. All right, you're right. You're right. You're right. Steel and fire.
Trin to all ships. Prepare for mist traversal. You heard the captain. Portal activation on my command.
Hang on to your pantaloons, Sky Pirates!
Who the hell said that? Renyak.
Reading some crazy energy spikes, Commander. See anything strange?
You could say that.
Yeah?
They're heading into the mists.
Wait,
No,
what?
I can't help you in there. Commander, please don't let anything happen to Gorrik.
How can they do that? They're just pirates. They have the ability to go into the mists?
You and me now, champion.
Maybe just you. I have no way to get to the next ship.
No one's
Let me
special
help.
anymore. Ever
I think
since
you'll
Balthazar
enjoy
did
this.
it. What's this? Prismatic Leap. Aurine's magic launches you through the air, allowing you to cross incredible distances. Oh, like this? Oh, God!
That's refreshing.
First mate Gorrik. I remember Gorrik. I killed Gorrik. I enjoyed killing Gorrik. I laughed when I killed Gorrik. I can't. How to? There you go. Killed you. Haha. Outplayed you. Vivi, the only fact you should remember from Living World 1 is that the last time we saw the Aetherblades, they retreated back to the Mists, where they attacked from LA from. Wait, really? They had mist teleportation technology even back then? Oh, the world versus world thing, right. Now that I think about it, maybe going into the mists isn't all that special to begin with. I've forgotten that we were able to do that in Season 1. Where's do I jump? What the hell is that? Oh. That was a little funky, but I got it. Pick up Aether Cannon. Launches a projectile that lands in a fiery blast, like this. Ah, funny. Woo! It's me, Mario. There we go. Here we go. Oh God! It's my Trin!
Call up Aurine and surrender. No one has to get hurt.
Oh.
Everyone thinks I'm your pet.
Yeah, she's not my pet. She's my dog. Oh.
Glorious day to die, Commander.
You give me back my friend, and then maybe I'll call off our raid.
Let's have some fun. Ankka to munitions. Weapons check on the extractor. Prepare for live operation.
Damn, they melt so fast.
Haven't told us not to use it.
Just a contingency. Make sure it's ready.
Aye, sir. Redneck out.
I'll deal with the prisoner.
What the hell are you wearing? What is that? Why do you have a buzzsaw on your shoulder? Why are you running away from me, you coward? Come back.
Can't believe you fell for that.
What?
Having fun in there, you bilge rat. I got a little treat for ya.
These are the most piratey pirates I've ever heard in this game.
Got to be a way to overload the system.
What? Airship console. Maybe I break these? They learned their lesson. They've got, you know, the Walmart budget pirates back in the core game. Remember those pirates? Where they go like, Yar. Hi, man, I'm just... They said they were hiring and I needed the money, alright? A sarcastic Yar. Ahoy, matey.
That did it. Now, to find the right ship.
Shiver me timbers. Damn, my elemental lasts for a very long time. I don't know if that's normal. Okay, right there? Nope, too far. That one. That's too far, too. Got it.
I'll take care of this one.
Whoa. Ooh, get rebranded.
Like this in a while.
Yeah, she's a lot more excitable. Yeah, I think I would be too if I felt cooped up in that, you know, room of hers for years.
Piss off, Commander.
Come on.
Next ship's too far. I have to steer this thing closer.
Oh, I didn't see that. Here we go. Oh. Hold on. This is a little tricky because I am like focusing on doing my rotation, fighting the guys, and also dodging the Bowser traps. Here we go. Reposition. I love the Blood Tide Coasts pirates. I mean, yeah, those were great pirates. One of the biggest reasons why that is one of my favorite core zones. I just love pirates. 111 downstate? No. I don't know if I can... Oh, here we go.
How's she doing that? What the hell's going on?
Bro, you don't even sound like a char! You sound like a human being!
We don't even know what that thing does.
Hold on.
Is it... How long until the jump? Almost ready, Captain.
I don't want to miss a thing. Let me reread. Oh. Yeah, that guy didn't even sound like Char. He's like, hey, yo, what's up? How you doing? It's me, the Char Pirate. I swear. Hey, it's me, the Char Pirate. Bada bing, bada boom. Point blank. Your turn.
That's refreshing.
Okay. Does Snargle sound like a Char? Yes, he does actually. He's fancy, but he still sounds like a Char. That guy doesn't even have, you know, the voice synthesizer thing.
Master Fleet.
Got it.
Prepare for extrication from the mists. Initiate portal activation.
Timmy, we're out of the mists. Can you see our location?
Uh-oh.
Some kind of land mass in the distance. Timmy!
Man, these 4G
Must be out of
signals
comms
are
range.
garbage.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, you're still here, Commander. Just in time to see it firsthand.
Where are you? There you are.
Bye.
No one saw that.
Crawling where they
I landed it perfectly.
Deal with her later. Gotta find Gorrik.
Yeah. It's all, no, it's all good. Jink, no. That was a perfect landing.
Don't hurt me, please. I'll tell you anything. What do you want to know?
Don't tell them, Gorrik! What are you doing? I'm coming to save your ass!
Commander, thank you, Alphys. You tortured me. I never broke. They couldn't get a word out of me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
I can't believe Ankka would do this. Joining the Aetherblades? Kidnapping? What's gotten into her?
Talk about her later. Right now, we have to get off this ship.
She used to be so
Sorry about
nice.
this, Gorrik.
She's in Quest. Or she was.
Not so much.
Uh-oh.
Our people are on that ship. Hold fire. Just taking a little initiative, Captain.
Champion, I'm coming. Meet
Hold
me
on.
the deck.
Very bad time to have a headache. I'm getting stunned.
Evasive maneuvers. I've got her in my
Come on.
sights.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Where the hell? Oh.
There she is.
Don't do it, Ankka.
Maureen!
What the hell are they doing? Are they trying to wait, what?
You disobeyed a directive order.
She fell.
Problem, and I handled it.
Commander, I think we're going down.
I thought she was gonna get Luigi mansioned. Oh. Have they ever seen Sylvari before? He's probably thinking like, what the hell? Why is this vegetable so hot?
I think she's stabilizing.
Last thing we need is a dead mainlander. Probably stick us in more detail.
The hell is that one anyway? Search me. Those teeth, those ears. Ugh.
Oh, they are acknowledging that I'm a Sylvari.
Those ears can hear you.
Or maybe the Asura, I don't know. They could be referring to Gorrik.
I don't know. The detective will have an update when it's all sorted out. Sit tight.
Unacceptable. I want my comms call. We have a right to counsel.
And a lawyer.
Not here, you don't.
Oh, thank the commander. You're awake. You've been out for so much to... You won't believe where we...
What the hell am I wearing?
Whew. Slow down. Okay, first things first. We're in a pickle.
I can see that.
After Amnoon, I swore I'd never go back in. One time, unfortunate misunderstanding. 2 times, I start to question myself. Prison changes you. I'm not built for hard time, Commander. There's still so much to learn. So much science to be done. Never even got a chance
Gorrik
to
dropped the soap.
I won't die in this cell, you hear me? I won't. Jail my body, but my mind is free. Okay, okay. Calm down, everyone. Think.
Relax.
Scrap metal. If we find some, we can hone it into a shiv. We have to establish dominance.
Okay. Yeah.
Find the biggest, most intimidating inmate and stab him in the carotid artery in front of the whole cafeteria.
Holy.
Oh, but if we do, then what have we become?
Jeez, Gorrik,
Monsters, Commander?
you're talking about
And
murder.
were we all along? Maybe prison doesn't change you. Maybe it reveals you. No, we do what we must to stay alive. In the insect world, there is no morality. Only the strongest survive. And so shall we. We must be as ruthless as the beetle, as deadly as the mantis, as resilient as the roach.
Survival of the fittest. I agree with him. All right.
All right, outsiders. Your time's up.
Oh, is that it? But what about the things that I can interact with, like the rubble? Oh, well, there goes our jailbreak sequence.
Time's up? Are we being executed?
Big-hatted
What's
man?
the matter with you? Your friends negotiated your release.
Our friends?
Follow me. And no funny business. You're still in my custody.
Officer, may I ask your name?
Rama. Detective Rama.
Detective, my name is Gorrik.
Yeah,
I'm an
I don't
entomologist.
need your life story. You washed up on my beach. Gave me a crap
Tengu.
ton of paperwork.
Truth is, I have at times been quite at odds with the law. In fact, I was charged with bioterrorism in Amnoon.
Bro, you don't have to tell him that.
Uh-huh.
We just got out of jail.
Staying busy, Akane?
Best internship ever.
All right, you two. Release forms. By signing this, you affirm that the
Just a
Ministry of
few
Security
feet out of
has treated you
jail and you're
fairly
already
and
talking
humanely,
about your past
you've suffered
crimes.
no unreasonable bodily harm during your arrest and detainment. You first, bioterrorist.
Oh, great.
Wait, define bodily harm. I stubbed my toe last night.
Sign the damn form.
What the hell? He jumped up to the freaking counter?
Now you.
I'll do it too.
You can collect your personal effects from the box there.
I got my wings back.
Shinjay Detention Center. Now, if you'll follow me. Akane, hold down the fort.
Roger that.
Xingjie.
I was trying to tell you, Commander. The airship crash-landed in...
Cantha, come for the waters, stay for the hospitality. Been a while. Did you miss us?
Cantha?
Ooh.
I don't know what to say.
Only been 114 years. Not like you had time to prepare something.
I'm a Safari, so my people have never been here.
What the alchemy is that?
Security mech or something. I can't keep up with all the new tech.
Curiously reminiscent of our golems. Has Cantha been trading with Radasoon?
Which part of we've been closed to the outside world for over 100 years did you not understand?
He's not willing to think that, there are people smarter than the Asura.
Welcome to Cantha.
Oh. There we go. We're here. They never did that before.
Ambassador's waiting for you. And our Minister of Security wants to speak with you after.
Every weeb's dream. True. Talk to Casimir. So these two are the ones that, brought us out. How did you even get here in the first place? Did you follow us?
Kaz, Jory, I'm glad you're here. Have you heard anything about Aureen? Is she...
She's fine. Recovering. Don't worry.
Yeah, what happened to
Case
her?
with You'll see her soon. It's okay to take a moment to find your bearings. After we heard about what happened, we were so... Anyway, took a little while, but it all worked out. Sort of.
I'm still missing some pieces.
Yeah.
How did you find us?
Find you? You kind of caused...
A hot, steaming mess of a circus show?
An international incident.
Oh?
Jenna sent me to Smooth Feathers.
Oh.
And no way would I let Jory miss the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, because we crashed on
Don't know
Cantha.
about that. Not like I ever expected to see this place. But sure, if you say so.
You know it is. Commander, there'll be time to catch you up, but that man wanted to speak to you.
Meet the Minister of Security. Ooh, a bench. I can't sit on it. Man, I wanted to sit on it. Like, properly. Welcome to Pandaria, but without the pandas. Right. Come to think of it, they had a pretty similar intro. Except this was way more badass. Yeah, the Pandaria intro is pretty dated. Old game. Minister Lee.
So, you're the commander I've been hearing so much about.
I guess I am.
Lee, Minister of Security. Under the agreement signed 20 minutes ago, you've been granted clemency.
I imagine I have you to thank for that?
You are fortunate to have such influential friends. My understanding is you're something of a protector of the realm.
Yes, I am. I am the slayer of elder dragons.
Necessary to keep your people safe.
Yes.
I try to keep all people safe.
I see.
I even protect script.
Well, it is my duty to keep the people of Cantha safe. I'm very good at my job, Commander.
Well, thank you, Minister.
I must return to my duties. Welcome to the sovereign Empire of Cantha.
Well, Commander, you're almost free of me. But there's one more thing we need to do before I can sign your release. Meet me at the monastery training grounds as soon as you can.
Okay.
Rama, a word.
Minister?
Any updates on our Aetherblade situation?
Wait,
unfortunately, no.
What?
I've been busy handling our guest of honor.
What?
I'll be back on the case
Stop.
as soon as this is wrapped up.
Wait,
Good.
no.
Then maybe we'll finally make some headway.
You got,
Detective?
you got, they're not gonna talk anymore, right? Okay. Stop telling me! No, exit. No, I don't want to exit. Ah! Okay, I'm being bombarded with windows and things. Just relax. Relax, video game. New mastery acquired. Fishing. You can now fish in many waters of Tyria. You can switch to your fishing rod by selecting fishing from the mastery skills menu. Fishing requires bait or a lure to be equipped. I don't know about fishing. I'll try it out, but I don't know if I'll enjoy it. Jeez, and that's my first End of Dragons mastery point. Oh, wait. We got more people. Ember? Ember's here.
I've forgotten more than you'll ever know.
What? Why are you here? Why do you keep appearing in places you shouldn't be? There goes Sienna. Okay, let's talk to... I don't want to exit. They should have put this green star thing, like, further away from, you know, these guys. Because it's very easy to make a mistake. Here, Gorrik. We're free, Commander. What now? So, Ankka. She's really something. Timey's going to be pissed.
I can't believe that's the same Ankka I used to hypothesize with. Kidnapping? Murder? Swashbuckling? Timey was right. I should have questioned her motives. But hearing from her after so long, it was as if my rational mind short-circuited. Much like the ant's brain when infected with a fungal spore.
That's one way to put it. Certain people can cloud your judgment.
True. Emotions do take over sometimes. Happens to the best of us.
And what does she
Yeah, like
want
you
with
and your
Reed?
gods.
I needed to brief with Timey. She's going to yell at me, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. You're gonna get a spanking. Yeah, I like going to the club and, you know, doing all sorts of hypothesizing. Never thought I'd see Cantha.
Agreed. You only crash into a research opportunity like this once in a lifetime. I find their technology fascinating. Like that apparatus you were hooked up to in the cell. I kept asking the guards about it, but they threatened to attach it to my mouth if I didn't stop talking. It's reminiscent of a golem mod Timey and I were concepting right before I left. I hope this debacle didn't cause her too much stress.
She's probably wondering if her boyfriend's dead. Are you ready for fishing meta events? Fishing meta events? Really? You're joking. Anyway, I'll see you around, Gorrik. Marjorie. How are you holding up, Commander? It sure has been a wild week. Everything okay? Your reaction to Casimir's comment about being here.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Is something wrong?
It's just... I don't know anything about Cantha. Couple of heirlooms for my grandmother, recipe or two. Like I said, until a week ago, I never had a reason to imagine any of this. It just wasn't an option. Belinda was the one who was so into her Canthan heritage.
Oh.
Should have been her here. She would have loved this. Me?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Same.
Sorry. I just...
Same, Marjorie.
I didn't realize.
Why would you? And the thing is, I don't even know why. Isn't that weird?
I don't know. I don't think it's that weird. I'm not really super interested in my heritage either. Fishing stream. Fishing stream. No. No fishing stream. There will be no fishing stream. What the hell? I'm not Krendor. I still don't understand how it is you're here.
Highly implausible string of events. Out of the blue, a message from Empress Yin.
First official communique from Cantha in over a century. Inviting Kryda to re-establish diplomatic relations. Oh, and by the way, do we know anything about foreign airships appearing in their skies and crashing on their beach?
Imagine Jenna's face. Imagine everyone's face.
When it got to the part about a Sylvari, an Asura, and a dragon, we put two and two together with Taimi and Kaith.
Next thing you know, Ambassador Meade has a new portfolio. And an airship to take her and a delegation to Cantha.
Didn't know what to expect with the Risen Armada. No one has dared travel this far into the sea in over a century.
Luckily, Zaitan's death seems to have left them a bit disorganized. We managed to slip past them on an airship. Handy having a Mesmer aboard.
Alright. Ambassador Meade, huh? She's gone a long way. From, like, being a rich valley girl to homeless to an adventurer, and now someone important. Take care, Jory. Casimir. Well, you're in the clear. One less thing for me to worry about. How's the new job, Cass?
It's not boring. Lots to learn. But I'm starting to get a feel for this diplomacy.
She hasn't sneezed in years.
I've already met several officials
hiccup.
open to discussion. Of course, you can get some who are hesitant about Cantha opening.
Don't lose sleep over a few jerks still stuck in the past.
Negotiation does take dealing with all kinds.
Stubborn certainly is a kind. But you'll hold your own.
Have you learned anything about our new hosts?
I'm a little rusty on my Canthan history, but things seem different from what I would have expected.
Well, there was a tsunami when Zaitan arose.
They never taught Canthan history in
was
Sylvari
destroyed.
school.
Uninhabitable, maybe worse than Lion's Arch.
Apparently filthy with Risen. Zaitan, of course.
Which led to a rebellion against the Ministry of Purity. Pretty bloody one, too.
Massive civil war. Who knows how long? Sounds like things were pretty bad until some Tengu holdouts joined up.
Turn
A
the
civil war
tide.
happened.
Maybe. Still trying to piece it all together. But yeah, not exactly what we expected.
But where would the fun be in that?
Yeah, I'm aware. There are Tengu guards here. I saw them earlier. The Civil War means the factions. Oh, right, the Luxons and the Kurziks. Who else is here?
Well, quite a few members of Dragon's Watch.
Okay.
Kaith, Taimi, plus several Tyrian ambassadors. Sienna, Ember Doomforge, Mirren Skilkin,
Mirren?
and some others. Snargle Gold.
Snargle?
Romance literature?
Still, we're in impressive company. It's a little intimidating.
You're not exactly lacking accomplishments, my dear. Gods, the past few months alone.
I just want to do a good job. Make a solid name for myself.
I'd say you've done that. I'm impressed. And a little intimidated.
Why is Snorkel here? Alright. Hold on. Before I exit the instance, let me take a picture. VB book. Is there a book within the instance? Here is... Oh. Is it the journal? There is a journal here. Looks like they've been letting Gorrik work through his anxiety by taking notes. Let's read them. Gorrik's prison journal. Oh boy. Day 1. Dear Blish, I'm recording this for posterity. If I die in here, at least my thoughts will live on, free from the chains of a corrupt system. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Kidnapped by someone I considered a friend. Someone No, it's too much to think about. And now I'm the one behind bars. If there's justice in this world, it's sorely lacking in wherever I am. It's lonely here. The commander's out cold, and the guards seem irritated by my questions. So I decided to write to the one person I could always talk to. Just wish you were really here. You always knew what to do. Gorrik. Aw, sad. Day 3. Dear Blish, the commander's still holding on. Today the guards brought in some bizarre device. It seems to be aiding the recovery process. I think you'd find it fascinating, as I do. It emits a green light. Strange, but oddly captivating. I'm writing this entry under its eerie glow. I asked the guards about it, but they weren't too keen on chatting. I'll try to get more out of them tomorrow. Gorrik. Oh. Day 7. Dear Blish, I'm starting to lose it. I swear the walls are closing in. Don't know how much more I can take of this isolation. Treated worse than an ant searching for a spare crumb of... or scrap of... Oh, lunch is here. Smells delicious. Oh, and they gave me extra fruit on dessert day. I always like the little flower they put on the serving tray. It's a sweet personal touch. We'll write again soon, if I'm not too weak and malnourished to hold my pen. He got the hotel treatment. What the hell? He's over... Wow, what a baby! What an absolute baby! Day 9. Dear Blish, you don't think Timey's mad at me, do you? At least, not that mad. Not if she's too busy being worried about me. But that means I'm making her worry. Somehow that feels worse than making her mad. Gorrik. Day ? Dear Blish, the guard said the commander's condition is improving. Still unconscious, though. This will sound silly, but sometimes, when no one else is here, I chat with the commander. I know it's one-sided, but in a way that makes saying what I really want to easier. I think having the commander as a friend is good for me. Since we started working together, I've felt a little braver. Oh. More confident and comfortable. I haven't felt like that since you were around. I said all this last night in one of our little chats. I'm glad the commander won't ever know how sappy I sounded. I'd be so embarrassed. Missing everyone extra hard tonight, especially you. I'm gonna loot this journal, put it in my bag, and use it as leverage whenever I need it. That's cool art.
Kate, Tiny, they've released the commander. Gorrik, too.
Good. I look forward to telling Gorrik how much of a choya brain he was for trusting Ankka.
To be fair, we all agreed to the plan.
Do choyas have brains?
If by agreed you mean went along with it, but told you the whole time it was a bad idea. Yeah, but you're right. We did. Still, he and I are gonna have a talk.
Commander, Aureen found herself a nice little sea cave to rest up in. She'd love for you to come by.
I hitched a ride with a local fisherman. If you don't mind answering a few nosy questions, I bet you can too.
Don't forget, you need to meet with Detective Rama as well.
Okay. Alright. I have a few things to do. But first, hello. I'm here. Freaking. Speaking of choya. There's a noodle stand over there.
You probably remember this place when we took the guild hall? Maybe? Probably? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Remember, when I acquired the guild hall, I basically just, had my camera top down like this. I tried to ignore as much of my surroundings as possible. VB was on the docks and looked at the floor. Yeah, I saw nothing. So I guess I was here before, technically. VB finally made it to Cantha. It only took a year. A little over a year. It's on the other side of the map. Let me open up the map. Oh, Seitung Province. Let me see where Cantha is in relation to the rest of the world. Oh, it's the bottom. Okay, it's at the bottom. I see. There's the ocean. What the hell? Oh, it's way, 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 way southwest of Ilona. I see. It's called the Endless Ocean for a reason, right? Oh, pronounced Seitung. Seitung. Gotcha, Seitung.